Welcome everybody, Almighty Chad here with War Recap number 29 for our Insane Shadows clan. Han is going to be doing the commentary on this War Recap as usual. Just take a look at the bases we are 3-starring. Maybe you come across those bases. This would be a good way to find out how to 3-star them. Thanks.
Hey guys, Uncle Han here. I got another war recap for you. Now, I want to apologize. There's a couple of wars that I missed. I just got busy and didn't get a chance to get to them, and then by the time I did, I didn't have to replays anymore. So, trying to pick up where I left off. Today I'm going to show you a couple dragon attacks, and then kind of a halfway approach at a surgical that still ended up in a 3-star. So, let's get started. We'll do a dragon. I think this is a great one. This is Bear. She's a Town Hall 7. She's taking on Town Hall 7. Town Hall 7s are really, really great for dragoning. There's kind of like this code for dragoning Town Hall 7s, and if you follow this method, you're pretty much guaranteed to get a 3-star every single time. I make that sound easy. It's not super easy. It's just kind of this formula you got to follow, and if you follow it well and you do it right, you're pretty much going to get a 3-star. So I say it's not super easy because people mess it up all the time. We are constantly attacked by people who just have trouble 3-starring our 7s. So this is a great job of how to 3-star Town Hall 7. Now, with the Town Hall 7, there's only 2 air defenses, and so if you take in a spell composition of 3 lightning spells and you just drop 3 lightnings on one of the air defenses, you only have to deal with 1 air defense left. And so ideally, that's the way you want to go. Take in 3 lightnings, drop it on 1 air defense, and then your dragons on the side of the remaining air defense just to take it out. Now, we'll watch what she does. She's going to be very mindful of which way the air sweeper is pointed, and she's going to go on the opposite side of the air sweeper. So air sweepers don't do damage to your dragons, but they throw them off course just enough for air defenses to wipe them out. So let's go ahead and watch her replay, and you'll see what she does. So there's 2 air defenses there, and you'll see she's going to take out this one right here. Drops her 3 lightnings on it. So it's zapped, it's gone. Only 1 left, and she's going to be patient, take her time. You got a builder's hut off to the right. She's going to make sure she takes that out. Last thing you want is for your dragons to run all the way back to the corner to take those things out. So time is sometimes important with these dragon attacks because they're so slow. So there she goes. She's got her dragons like in this semicircle. They're going to just funnel their way in. You see they're just kind of making their way into the center. Air sweeper's not touching them. And out of that clan castle comes a dragon 5, which is a pain in the butt, but she does a great job. Gets it out. And look, all of her dragons are right there in the center. So there's no way one air defense is going to be able to take out 10 dragons on top of it. So this base is wrecked. There's nothing that they can do. There's really no way they can defend this kind of attack. So 3 lightnings on an air defense, drop your dragons on the side of the remaining air defense, and you're golden. So great job. Let's speed that up a little bit. Just buildings that really can't do too much damage to the dragons anymore. So we're just watching the space get slowly wrecked. Look at all those dragons left over. It's like 9 dragons left. Goodness, great job. So great attack. Let's move up to let's see, number 9 here. I think Nick took on number 9. Now, next to Town Hall 8, taking on Town Hall 8. So she's also using dragons, and dragons get a little more challenging at Town Hall 8. Just because you have another air defense to deal with, your archer towers just are more of a beast. You have those Teslas popping out, you have more air bombs, so it's a little more challenging. Now she opts to take in 2 rage and a heal. So 2 rage and a heal or 3 lightnings, they're both great ways of going. They both have a little bit different methods to how you use them, and she does a really good example of using 3 rage and a heal. So we'll watch what she does. She's going to go in from this bottom right-hand side, and watch the patience that she has in this one. She just really does a great job. Takes out those buildings in the corners because it can be a pain to come back to. This dragon is just going to work this little funnel just on the side, take out some of those side buildings, and then all the dragons go right into the middle. And she's just gonna let them work their way just right on through. And she still has, remember, she still has loons. So she has pocket loons in the CC. I don't know if you've noticed that she dropped her Barbed King on the left over there. So it's just taking out some of those side structures so those dragons aren't likely to go to the side. And she has a heal down, and then she drops her, she has a rage down, and then she drops her CC loons. Now, I think what threw her off just a touch is that they had these little wall blocks, bricks all over the base, and so she had to deploy her loons really, really far out. I think if that little ring hadn't been there, she would have been deployed her loons just a little bit closer, and they would have hit that rage a little sooner. But either way, it's a great placement of the loons. It's good timing. She had great patience, where she waited till her dragons were right in the thick of everything before she dropped those loons. So that first rage went down, those dragons got beefed up. Second rage goes down, and those dragons are just wrecking that base. So you see they're right on the town hall now, and there's only a couple in there, but they're under a rage, they're under a heal, and then these loons are going to hit this rage, and they're just going to explode. They have nowhere to go, but you get out some of those defensive structures, and here it is. Right goes that last air defense. The only thing that's going to be an issue for those dragons, and it is gone. So as simple as that. She still has a loon left over, and just a great example of how to use two rages in a hill. So this was Nick's first war with us, so actually she had just joined our clan, and she's a great addition, so we love having her here, and you'll probably see some more of her in the future, because I have tons of attacks that she's done that she's just crushing it. She's doing a great job, so we're super excited to have her with us. Let's go and speed that up. See her wreck this base. Kind of a weird unorthodox base, but she did a great job hitting it. Okay, this next one is it's actually by me. So now this is my attempt at kind of a semi-surgical hog, kind of a 4-finger drop, and it's not the prettiest attack, but you'll see what I was trying to do, and you'll see I really did have a plan. So even though it got pulled off, it went pretty well. So what I'm going to do up at the top, I'm going to drop 3 hogs in just to get the CC pull. The 3 hogs are going to jump down, they're going to hit that archer tower, take the archer tower out, and then they're going to go right into the radius of the clan castle, and they're going to pull the clan castle. Now, fortunately for me, I'm going to get 2 defensive structures in the process of these 3 hogs, so what a great trade. 3 hogs, 2 defensive structures. So there goes our archer tower right there at the top. Excuse me. They're going to go right out of that mortar, just chip away at that mortar, and CC is pulled. As soon as the CC is pulled, I'm going to drop some troops up at the top, and we're going to kill them. And now, with the new update and the poison spell being introduced, we're seeing a lot more dragons in the clan castle, and especially those dragon 5s. They're monsters to take out, so they just take a little bit of time, and you'll see that the poison spell does, in terms of damage, does absolutely nothing to the dragon. So it'll take out the smaller troops like wizards and archers and even witches, but with this high hit point troops like dragons, it does nothing. But what it does do, and what we're trying to encourage people to use it on, is it slows them down. So when you have a troop like a dragon that just 1 or 2 puffs can just take out handfuls of your troops, the poison will really slow it down. So you can get a couple more hits off of it, take it out. So here I have an archer out there, it's going to pull it. As soon as the archer goes down and it gets in range, the poison's dropping those troops. You'll see those archers just melt away. Now I'm going to drop a couple barbarians just to distract that dragon. And that dragon you're going to see is going to turn toward those barbarians and start working on those barbarians. Now while the dragon is focusing on the barbarians, I'm going to drop some wizards on the outside. Those wizards are just going to waste that dragon away. Now I'm only going to lose, I think, maybe 2 wizards in this process. So I still have all these wizards that are going to come through and just start working on the base as I drop my hogs. So that that dragon is slowed down, so it's like 30% slower than normal. And those wizards are going to work. Boom, dead. So as that happens, you'll see I'm going to work this base over. I'm going to go counterclockwise, just dropping about 6 hogs at a time towards defensive structures. Now, it's not quite a surgical. Surgicals you usually do about 3 on each building with a barbarian, but you'll see I do kind of clumps. And I did this because I didn't know where all the bombs were. Now, I had an idea of where they were. It turns out they were not where I expected them to be. So, which is great that I did this, because otherwise I wouldn't have got it. And you'll see down here toward the bottom of this arch tower, I drop them and there's a bomb there. And by the time I realized that bomb was there, had wasted my hogs. My hogs are already working their way through the base. So I dropped 1 heal on those ones in the middle, so they're getting healed up. I panicked for a second because I realized, oh, I left that arch tower, so my counterclockwise is gone. Drop some more down there. I still have some in the middle. They're all under heals right now. I got some hogs in the clan castle. They're released, and they're just going to work their way through. So there's about 16 hogs still left, and they're just working their way through. They're under a heal right now, so they're all full. And right now there's 3 buildings that can do damage left, and there's really not much left to this base. So you'll see those hogs just worked it over. All the bombs have been tripped. All of the spring traps are tripped. There's nothing left to do. Nothing left to see. Just have it taken out. So one of the benefits of separating your hogs like that, rather than doing just one big clump, that you saw down here with down here where this bomb went off, if I had all my hogs right there, they could have done some major damage to them. But because I only had like 4, it really only affected 4 hogs. So that's kind of the benefit of separating your hogs out a little bit. There's always risk in everything you do, but in this base it worked out wonderfully. So, worked out great. There's just a couple little